Okay, regardless. This is known as shoulder line. Okay, this is your shoulder line. The second thing is that you will take two measurements regardless of your size. That's standard. One is 2.75. This is for the neckline, zero neckline. And other is 7.5 inch. These two measurements are regardless whatever size you would like to wear. At 7.5 inch, this is 7.5. You'll come down by 1 inch. So from here, you mark a point at 1 inch. Now you'll draw a line from this 2.75 inches and you'll go beyond this point. See, this is the point. You'll go beyond this point. This all thing was standard. Now comes your actual measurement. From this point on the shoulder line, you'll measure half of your shoulder measurement. In your case, that is 16.5 inches. So I'm taking 6.25 inches. From this point, you'll come down and draw a perpendicular line. Straight down. Before I do that, I'll just make sure that this is also 8 inches and 8.25 inches. Why I'm saying perpendicular line? Because this distance and this distance has to be equal. Since we don't have a perpendicular ruler and we're using a regular ruler, that is why. Okay? Now this is your armhole line. Armhole line. Now this is your new shoulder point. This is your shoulder slope. This is your new shoulder point. From this point down, you'll take 7.75 inches. In your case, in your size. 7.75 inches. That is coming over here. Now this is your chest line. So you'll draw a straight line over here. Okay. Now you'll take all the vertical measurements. From this point, 2.75 inches, this is your chest line. Your waistline is at, where's your waistline? Horizontal, vertical measurement, waist. Bust line is, where is the measure? Oh, 10.5. Okay. So 10.5 is bust line. Waistline is at 16 inches. And hip line is at 23 inches. You have to mark it 23 inches. So this is your bust line. This is your waistline. And obviously down there will be your hip line. Okay? So let me just mark them. This is your chest line, which in your case is at 7.75 inches from this point. Okay? This is your bust line. Again, you never change your bust line. And this is your waistline. Now you'll take 1/4 of your round measurements. In your case, the chest measurement is, horizontal measurement is 42. So 10.5 when you divide it by 1.4. I mean, a 1/4 when you divide it by 1/4. Bust line is at 11.37. So this is 0.25, so this is 37. And then your waistline is at 10.37. 10.37. Okay? Now what you'll do is, since you have this point now, this is a very important point. Since you have this point now, this is your chest line point. You haven't added any ease. This is your body measurement. Now what you'll do is, from this point to this point, you'll take half of this measurement. This is 7.75. So, should come over here. This is your midpoint for drafting your armhole. This is for the back armhole. From this point inside, you will take 0.75 inches. Now you drop your front armhole. You put the tip of the ruler here, and then you rest this. Now the most important thing, you have to rest this curve within this mark, the body measurement mark, not the ease mark. This is your front armhole. For the back armhole, you can end anywhere below this point, this midpoint, but it has to be inside this point. Okay, now you have to add the ease. Since you wanted to add 1 inch ease, or the minimum ease is 0.75 inches. You don't add any ease on the bust point, and you add 0.75 inches over here as well. Now you have to make sure that this bust point is within these 2 points, the ease points. So when you connect them, this is outside. So this ease is less for you. Now what you're going to do is you'll try 1 inch of ease. I think we did it at 1.25 last time, right? So 1.25, you'll take the same ease over here, 1.25. Now when you're going to connect it, this point is inside. So that is what you have to make sure. And then you'll connect in the same way to the hip point. This is it. Okay. For the neckline, what you're gonna do is you'll take half of the width of your neckline, which in your case was 8 inches or 8.25. What was that? Neckline depth width 8 inches. So you'll take half of it, which is 4 inches. Okay, and the depth is, front depth is, I can't find your front depth. We didn't find that. This is too less. This is 4 inches. You want it at 4 inches?